Now my Granny Smith has a fair amount of apples on it, and the tree rats as of today started taking them. Now these won't be ready. We got July, August, September, October, 4 months before they'll be ripe, and here they are taking them. And the reason I dislike them, and the reason I have a pellet rifle with a scope on it, is I'm tired of it. Hopefully you won't get too upset, but if a squirrel takes 3 apples a day for the next 120 days before they're ripe, that's 360 apples. That's like half of what this tree's got on it. So if you have 3 squirrels taking 3 a day, they'll get them all like they did last year. By September there were no apples. Still 5 or 6 weeks before they would be ripe. And I watched one squirrel take 3 apples in about 20 minutes. So at that rate, there won't be apple on this tree in about 5 weeks or less. That's why I call them tree rats. Well, the big tree is still sending out shoots. We trimmed a little off at the bottom. See, even on that small wood, it's come out there. And there's one in that little joint. We'll still give it some more time, but I think it's probably done what it's going to do. You can still see little teeny shoots coming out in the center of that little Y fork there. But it's got some foliage in it. And this branch has got a little bit down there. And I cut this one off because it was just in their face. And see, it's growing below it. And I wanted to cut that one back a little bit so we could get a mower under there. But everything's done. We picked the 4th of July. I'm going to wash it off and cut it in half, and we're going to share it because that's what we do with the first tomato. Unless we get 2. Okra's slowly getting to grow, and my 12 look like they'll make it. They're still a little bit stunted. And that's our squash. And the beans are starting to reach out and grab the wire, the netting. And I keep watering this corn to try to make it come up. And good with the bad, I've got black rot on my grapes, and this is the first year for grapes, and every one of the bunches are gone. And we saw our first Japanese beetles this week. And we got this a little straighter than it was. You can at least walk through here. And this floor cracked years ago. And we believe that the fig tree that was planted over there got under here and broke it, because that crack right there goes all the way to that fig tree. Well, I had to go down the river and water because it's been in the upper 90s and they were scheduled for 99. And when I got in the car to come home, it said 100 and it cooled off to 97. So it was a pretty hot day and I had to water everything before it died. And we picked a salad size 4th of July Sunday, and my wife and I split it. And this is what we picked, and we always try to get a tomato, which is usually a cherry tomato. And these are Sweet Millions, and we try to get one by the 4th of July. First harvest, looks like 15 Sweet Millions and 3 4th of Julys. More to come.